This evening, I'm presenting my proposed budget for the upcoming year. This will be my final budget proposal before my announced retirement at the end of the current year. I want to thank our teachers, administrators, support staff, parents, community, and school board for their support and the great successes we have achieved this year, and for the past 16 years that I have proudly served as your superintendent. This past pandemic year has been unlike any other in my career and unlike any other in modern history. Last year, I presented a plan for our school division that focused on positioning us for student growth and focused on equity and academic achievement. Then, much like a boxer in the ring, together we took some hits that briefly tried to knock us off our stride. However, through the incredible hard work of all our employees and through collaboration with our students and their families, together we found our footing and got right back in the ring. Since the closure on March 13th for COVID-19, our school division has made some remarkable achievements. We have provided over 13 million meal equivalents. We procured and provided more than 90,000 laptops for students and staff, along with free student internet access for those who need it. We implemented a new learning management system. We deployed tens of thousands of pieces of personal protective equipment, or otherwise known as PPE. We have served thousands of our most vulnerable learners in person since September, and PWCS was the only Northern Virginia school division to do so. We developed and implemented a hybrid and virtual-only option for our students. Our teachers pivoted to remote and hybrid learning in mere weeks. We have had continuous payroll throughout the pandemic and have had no reduction in our workforce. We have offered thousands of employees the COVID-19 vaccine, and we are implementing our plan for all employees to be able to receive one. We have continued to focus on academic achievement and mental health of students. And we did all this during one of the most tumultuous and testing years in the history of our country. I could not be prouder to be superintendent of this remarkable school division. Tonight, we look ahead to the future that builds on the past 16 years of achievements we have accomplished together, including, first and foremost, we have achieved an on-time graduation rate that continues to rise to a now new high of 93%. That's a 10% increase over where we were only a decade ago. Second, the implementation of full-day kindergarten division-wide and pre-K expansions. These are critical to get our students on an early path towards student success. Third, high achievement in academic success, including 100% of schools receiving full state accreditation and high growth in our career and technical education certifications. And fourth, opening 24 new schools with 2 more planned for later this year and 36 school additions, along with the Kelly Leadership Center and 2 transportation facilities, all on time and within budget. With this foundation of achievement, it is my goal that this budget proposal will set up my successor for success and provide the resources necessary to ensure our students have equitable opportunity and support for academic success, and provide our employees the compensation they deserve for a job well done and will continue to do. This budget for fiscal 2022 faces a unique challenge for the first time in my tenure, and that is one of reducing enrollment. Which is being experienced by school divisions in Virginia and across the U.S. Our reduction caused by the pandemic is estimated to be a decrease of approximately 1,057 students. This decrease in enrollment reduces our allocations to schools and departments by more than $13 million. The pandemic continues to create great uncertainty and we do not yet know how enrollment may change in the next couple of years. It is important to note that this budget proposal does not include the new CARES funding or the efforts related to using that funding. That money is still on the way to being secured. As I previously informed the school board, we are using the latest CARES funding in 5 major areas. First, to hire additional temporary teaching assistants to help our in-person elementary classes. Second, to fund the deferred capital projects that the school board approved last year to assist us in funding needs with our early response to COVID-19. Third, we will develop additional summer learning for students who may need additional academic support. Fourth, we are exploring additional in-person and virtual tutoring options, perhaps on Mondays after school and on Saturdays for those students who need additional support. And fifth, we will make an assessment and determination for any additional PPE investments necessary for this school year, as well as purchasing for the next school year. Now turning to my priorities within the fiscal year 2022 proposed budget. My first budget priority is pandemic-related student and employee support. Beyond the items I mentioned we are funding from CARES, we have made a number of investments that will need to continue to be supported. This includes additional staff to support our communication efforts, benefits, technology, and student services in our focused coordination of our pandemic response. Nothing is possible without our outstanding employees. Therefore, my second priority in this budget is support for our teachers and staff, who are the heart of our success. I am very pleased tonight to propose a step increase for all eligible employees, in addition to a cost of living increase. This will total an average of nearly 3.8% increase in pay for employees. Additionally, while healthcare costs have increased nationally, I am proud to announce that my budget proposal again includes no, I repeat, no increase in employee healthcare costs for the third year in a row without any reduction in benefits. As an education organization, we continue to encourage our employees to grow and learn, and I am proposing an additional $100,000 investment over and above what we currently have in our tuition reimbursement for employees. My third budget priority is educational equity and academic achievement. Many of the items included in this area come straight from the recommendation of the Superintendent's Advisory Council on Equity. This is living equity day to day and equity in action. This includes $4 million in funding for the Regional Special Education Program to cover loss in funding from the state, as well as $2 million to supplement our summer school programming to support students that may need additional support this year. This would be distributed according to our economically disadvantaged formula, and $1 million for K-12 division-wide English language arts textbook adoption. I am also proposing $836,000 for Title IX funding adjustments to support equity in student activities programming. Additionally, this budget proposes positions to support equity, 5 additional special education staffing support administrative interns, and additional technology staff to support directly our schools with their digital equity, now that we have a device for every student in our division. Within this category, I am also excited to propose $1 million to begin the process of creating a full-time virtual high school. As we have learned from the pandemic, virtual learning can be beneficial for some students, along with the flexibility that it can offer. This investment will help build upon the lessons learned and bring further choices to our students. My fourth budget priority is pre-kindergarten access that directly relates to equity and achievement. As you know, early childhood learning is critical to future success. Tonight, I propose nearly a $1 million additional investment in our pre-K programs by adding 5 additional pre-K classrooms. My fifth priority is student mental health and wellness. This budget continues and expands our wraparound support in a number of ways. As we have learned during the pandemic, supporting the mental health and wellness of students and staff is crucial. To support this work, I am proposing adding 15 additional counselors at the elementary level, as well as 6 additional psychologists and 2 additional nurses. My sixth priority is around sustainable facilities, school safety, and support for infrastructure. In this area, we will continue to make critical investments in our physical buildings, information technology, transportation, and other support services. This includes the projects as outlined in our capital improvement program. Highlights include fenestration projects, also known as windows and/or door improvements at Fred Lynn and Grand Park Middle School. Embarking on a plan to address school auditorium lighting and sound equipment, more than $23 million investment in roof replacements at Freedom, Battlefield, Forest Park, and Osborne Park High Schools, Ripon Middle School, and Neabsco Elementary School. $21 million in heating, ventilation, and air conditioning improvements to include Brentsville and Woodbridge High Schools, Graham Park and Unity Braxton Middle Schools, and Coles Elementary School, as well as a $4 million investment in modernizing our legacy financial and payroll system, which is the backbone enterprise system that must be upgraded as it is ending its lifespan. Additionally, this includes $2 million in core ongoing IT systems, such as our learning management system, Canvas, as well as our student information system, the Hub. These are just a few of the highlights of the major proposals in my budget. In just a moment, I will turn it over to Mr. John Wallingford, our Associate Superintendent for Finance and Risk Management, who will provide a few more highlights and additional detail on the numbers. Before I do, I want to congratulate John and his entire team for their incredible hard work, especially this year with the complexities of the pandemic and the various accounting requirements tied to the CARES funding. As a testimony to the professionalism of the Office of Financial Services, PWCS is receiving the 2021 Meritorious Budget Award from the Association of School Business Officials International, also known as ASBO. PWCS has been participating in the Meritorious Budget Award program for 25 years. And in the words of ASBO, it is, quote, a true reflection of the district's commitment to fiscal integrity, end quote. Congratulations again, John, and to your entire team. I am so proud of what we have accomplished together. I am certain with this budget and the support of our entire community, the future for PWCS is bright. Together, we will continue to ensure that every one of our students in Prince William County receives a world-class education.